Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about how to come up with Python project ideas and give you a few example project ideas that you can try out. Okay, so it's December 14th and it's freaking freezing, so I'm wearing this jacket right now. But anyway, so there's a couple of questions you want to think about when you're coming up with a project. So some things that I like to think about is, what is something that I want to do and how do I do it? So when you start having that train of thought, you'll figure out the thing you want to do and then, the process of going through that, you'll learn how to look through documentation of different things that can assist you in implementing it, and it gets you into that problem solving mindset because programming is really just a tool, so you want to use that as a way to solve your problem. Okay. Another thing you would want to focus on is, let's say there's a really cool module like, let's say like NumPy or maybe like OpenCV or some other Panda, maybe like something for data science or machine learning. Maybe there's just this module that you want to try out, and you could think about, okay, I want to learn this module. What is something I can use this module for to design a project to do something? Okay, so you could think of it from like a tool set mindset. Think about the type of tool you want to learn, and then from that, generate a project idea from that tool. Okay, and another thing to think about is, what is a problem you want to solve and how do I solve it? So this problem could be small, maybe it's something you want to automate in your house, or maybe it's a task at work you want to automate, or it could be even bigger problems like how do you solve like faster charging for a EV car, for example, or maybe you want to solve like a better weather prediction algorithm. Just anything that you could think of solving, whether it's small or large. When you start having that mindset, you could think about how to solve that with code, and then you could program up something that can solve either a small or large scale of the version of the problem that you come up with. Okay, and then other things with the project you should can also think about or focus on is maybe you want to um, how like practice organizing your code. So how can I create a project that can help me practice structuring the code so that it's reusable and extensible to other users. Like how could I organize my code into classes or multiple classes using inheritance, maybe using design patterns that can connect different pieces in different ways so that you don't break code when one person changes it, and so on. And then you can also think about, like, if you want to, um, maybe there's like certain data structures or algorithms that you want to practice, and you could think about like how can I use those algorithms and data structures in a project that you want to do. Okay, so those are kind of the main questions that you want to think about when coming up with a project, and then hopefully from there you can kind of find your way to decide on a project idea. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give you a few examples that I came up with. These are pretty easy to intermediate type project ideas, but one could be like a macros calculator, right? So for me, I used to track my macros when I on a diet. I usually just like I actually just do it like one time to kind of get an idea, and then from there I just eyeball it. But some people who are more meticulous might want to track everything specifically. So you could generate like a code that can take input of the type of food you ate, and then maybe from there it can automatically figure out, like how much protein, carbs, and fats that this food had, and then maybe generate like a report for you. Okay, so that's one idea. Another idea could be like a exercise recommender system. So I know some people who like to be more creative and like to have more change in their workout routine. So people might get tired of the same workouts from every week. So you could generate something that has maybe a list of 100 exercises that you like, and then maybe break them up into muscle groups like chest, back, legs, for example, and then based on the days of a muscle group you want to work out, it can generate certain exercises for you. Okay, so that's another idea. Another idea is, for example, like for me at work, we have this EV charger system where we text a number and then it responds the different types of time slots that's available for a certain charger. So a lot of time we tend to fight over like, okay, when is the charger gonna end? How long do we have to wait to get this charger? So you could possibly program something that can figure out all the chargers when they start and end, find out all the times, and then maybe generate it out in a table. Okay, so something like that might involve using the Twilio API, so you could learn a new tool, different API while you're designing the project, and then you'll probably learn a lot about using like SQL or some sort of data structure to hold the information that you're retrieving. Okay. Another idea is maybe you have a object size measuring tool. So let's say you have maybe I have these glasses and then you want to use this camera right here and figure out like how big my glasses are. Okay. Or you just have an object like maybe this cup that I have here with a broken handle. Maybe you just want to measure this cup. So you could have this app that you design maybe with OpenCV and computer vision. You could figure out the depth map, and then from there you could calculate like, okay, move, we need to like pretty much just get the measurement, and then maybe you just need to measure stuff quickly. You could use this app to do that, right? Or maybe it's for inspection. It could be for that too. If you need to like get dimensions of packages that you're trying to ship or something, that could be another application. And the last one that I came up with is maybe like a rocket projectile simulation. So maybe you're into trajectories of kinematics of how things move in space. So you could possibly implement just like a basic rocket trajectory simulation. So that will involve some physics knowledge and using modules like matplotlib and maybe NumPy to do some of the calculations. Okay, so those are some ideas you can start off with. And again, to wrap up, you just really want to think about what is something you want to solve, how do you solve it, and the big focus on the how, and just figure out what are some tools you would like to learn, and then see how you can use that tool in your daily life. And yeah, so just think about it from that mindset, and then hopefully you can generate some ideas on your own. So if you found this video useful, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.